Okay.
Hello and welcome to College of Lore. I'm Jill.
Hello, I'm Kate.
And we're playing
And
Unearthed today, which is a
yay.
game that we came up with this past weekend at Global Game Jam.
Yes, the entire thing was created over the course of the weekend, and it was awesome, just like Game Jam always is. A little bit different online. I did miss being in person, but we still had a great time. I kind of liked streaming it, actually, so that was cool. We kind of streamed our creative process all weekend, and that was fun.
It kind of gave us a little sense of community when we were really missing that. So it was great. Yeah. And we had a few amazing people show up and chat with us and threw a couple of our ideas our way. So yeah, let's dig into our game and get started.
Yeah. Oh, we had a little caveat that we're both feeling a little tired today from having done the game jam, so we might be a little foggy brained. But I think it's going to be good. I'm feeling more. I have my tea now.
Got a few fries in me, so I'm.
I was just yawning a lot before. So
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's. Do you want to just get right into this, or do we do a little spiel introducing the game a bit?
Maybe a tiny little spiel. So, because it's a 2-player game, the theme was Lost and Found, and we took a space exploration kind of angle a little bit on this. And Kate had the amazing idea to have the characters that you pick kind of learn, like you find out more about yourself as you play. So you know who you are and everything. It's not an amnesia situation. But as you play the game, you do learn more about yourself, like how good you are at your skills or what your personality's like, and like what kind of equipment you have and things like that.
And so that feeds into the Lost and Found / discovery thing that we're going for. But it's also cool because it means that setting up to play is super quick. Because the other thing is that this is a GM-less system. So we used inspiration from Mythic GM Emulator, which we've been using to play DM-less RPGs. And we created a vastly simplified version of that to implement in our game. So that it's a 2-player GM-less role-playing game.
Yes.
With art.
Yeah, we got some art on the go. Yeah. So maybe now we'll jump in, maybe?
Yeah. So, setting. We are in a galaxy with 3 planets that are inhabited by 3 different species, and the species are sort of related to each other or balanced in a rock, paper, scissors kind of way. So there's 3 skills of a character, and like each species is strong in one skill and weak in another in a rock, paper, scissors kind of way. So to start playing the game, we each need to choose species, and you can just choose if you want, or you can randomize it, and I think we're going to randomize it this time.
I'm going to for sure randomize. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first? I'm just going to roll a D3. Okay.
You've got your D3, so if I go first, then you can't use your D3.
I have a D2 as well. But okay, I'll use it. Okay, here we go. I got a 2. So I'm going to just... So in the list here, we've got Torfins first, and then the Empathins. So I'm going to be the Empathins.
Okay. So I just had...
I'll do a little... I guess I'll just explain them a little bit. So the Empathins are sort of like a gem creature with this ethereal mist around them. Maybe I'll scroll down to that final little picture of the 3 of them. Oh, it got bumped to the next page. This was what you were talking about the last time. Okay. So...
but it doesn't consistently show up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. The formating. So... So yeah,
I just changed it.
I've got this this middle creature here. So this is the Etherians, or Empathins, the Empathins. So I'm going to be this. So they're kind of they use their heart stat, which we've interpreted as a telepathy sort of empathy situation.
Persuasion, charisma, all sorts of social skills. Not mental necessarily, because you'll see that there's a head skill as well, and that's sort of like intelligence, perception, logic, reason. But yeah. All right, so cool. You can write down your special abilities and your stat modifiers. I'm gonna roll a d6. 1, 2, 3 will be like the Torfins.
Okay.
And 4, 5, 6 will be the Noggins.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 1, so I'll be a Torfin.
Okay. So the Torfins are the body stat
they are.
Creature.
I love the Torfins. They're very cool. So the Torfins are sort of like aquatic looking creatures, but they can survive in any kind of atmosphere, and they can swim and fly. They can even fly in space. So most of them look like this little dolphin hummingbird hybrid that Jill has on the screen right now. Yeah. But they also have some members of their species that are like huge whales that serve as transportation for other smaller creatures. And they have tiny little seahorse versions as well. So I'll probably just play one of the dolphin sized ones.
Do you have a name for your character?
Not yet. Yeah. A Torfin. Flipper? Let me write down my other stuff first. So.
Right. I gotta go up and see what my stats are. So for an empathin, I have a +1 to my heart skill. And I have a -1 to my body skill. My body stat.
You have +1 to body?
No, a -1 to body. But the empathin has the -1 to body.
I have +1 to body and -1 to head.
Yeah.
Really fun thing where it's cutting out, and so if I don't respond to you or if I start talking right when you're talking, it's because I can't hear you.
Oh no. Okay. All right, so for a character name,
my character's name will be Nemo.
Oh, that's cute.
Because it's like Finding Nemo and it's lost and found.
I'm going to go with Helium.
Ooh, Helium.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But you can call me Healy for short if you like.
Okay.
Because we're allies, so we have some kind of rapport with each other, and I'm like, you can call me Healy. Only I'm not doing this because I don't have an actual body to do that.
You could have like you could gesture with your
my wisp.
Remember, you do have some.
Yeah. My wisp, my whole wisp tail comes up and does like a blanket flap.
Yes. All right, so that means that the Noggins are going to be our enemy for this, or our adversary. Do you want to roll your D3 again to see which question we answer about the Noggins?
Okay. 2.
What technology have they designed that must be abolished?
Ooh, I love this question for them. Okay.
Yeah, so the Noggins, if anybody's watching and isn't familiar, they are the head species, so they are very technologically advanced. Their planet is completely barren, and they're sort of insectoid, but they've made these bioengineered technological advances that allow them to survive on their planet, and so they're always making new things, and apparently they've done something that we think they shouldn't have. They've gone too far with their technology yet again.
So what if they created something because one of their things that we discussed was that their planet is devoid of many of the nutrients and like water and things like that. Like their resources are fairly low. Mm-hmm. So what if they've developed something that can easily drain a planet, like a terraforming sort of thing or a terra taking kind of thing that is very
anti-terraforming.
Yeah. Terra unforming. It unearths them. No. But
so it like just kind of like scrapes all the resources from a particular planet.
Yeah.
And like they can bring them over to their planet.
Kind of like you just took like a palette knife to scrape the top layer of paint off a painting, and all that's left is like that discolored canvas underneath.
I've never done that, but I can tell that would look like something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's the Torfin planet that they're doing that to.
Yeah, they're
because
like taking the water.
The Torfin planet has like a lot of water and other probably resources, whereas Etheria is mostly gaseous. So maybe there's some stuff in the gas, but they probably would target the Torfin planet, I think.
I think that's a good logical decision.
They're probably getting back at the Torfins for having stolen one of their domes yesterday.
Yeah, so in our last game, we'll probably have put that up. It was a play test of the game, and the plot of that one turned out to be that the Torfins took an entire Noggin city and plopped it in their ocean.
Their planet.
Yeah. they're collectors, yeah. Brought it to the bottom of their ocean. So we had to go rescue it, and we did. So yeah, now the Noggins might be retaliating in that way.
Yeah, or I mean that's why they picked Torfin Planet instead of something else.
Perfect. I love it.
All right, cool. Sounds good to me. So next we need to determine where we are currently. So I'll roll a d4.
Yes.
For our location.
Yeah.
1.
So we are on Terosia.
Okay.
On that planet.
That's my planet.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we need to roll a d20 to specify this further.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll it, or do you want to roll it?
You roll it. I'll scroll it.
Okay, you scroll. 6.
Okay, so we've got...
This is...
Oh, you go ahead and explain.
Yeah, sorry, were we both going to explain? We've got 20 concept cards, we're calling them, and they've just got little different icons on them that Jill has drawn. And many times during the game, you're gonna roll on this concept card thing and use what you get to inform whatever it is that you're trying to learn about yourself. So
we got
right now
Quill, and there's a like a swirly drawn line and like an ink blot. If any of that, and it's a feather quill. If that says anything,
right? Yeah, so to me, it's saying something like maybe it's like a bureaucratic place, or like a library or a school.
Oh, like maybe we were, maybe you were kind of showing me around like a university or something. Maybe I was going to be like a bit of an exchange student, and I'm in like a little like some kind of air pocket of some kind.
Yes,
or like.
Maybe you're just.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
one
maybe.
Of the whales.
Oh yeah, I'm like in a whale. I was gonna say I have like a little swimsuit, but it's just like a little plastic baggie around the gem, and then the etherealness is like still.
Like I like that visual. Actually.
Yeah, like
a little.
The etherealness can survive in the
around
water.
the bag.
Yeah, but I'm like I'm in the baggie because the gem can't like survive in the in that environment. But I'm in like a little wetsuit for the gem, but it's like basically just a baggie.
It's just a Ziploc baggie.
Yeah, just a Ziploc baggie.
And I'm just like, I got you in my mouth, so I'm just like, we're swimming around.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, spit you out when I want to.
And then you're like telling
me. We don't need to talk verbally because you're telepathic, so we can just communicate without talking.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe it's a university, and I think this makes sense for the empathans because one of their goals is to like learn more about the different species that they've now come into contact with. So maybe you're like, well, I'm gonna go over to the planet and be like an exchange student there, learning about them.
So maybe this is a good time for us to roll goals because we already have like a little.
That is what's supposed to be next. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's.
So we're at like the Torfin University, Torfin National University.
Tor U.
Yes. And so you're going to roll You're going to roll your character, your goal.
Concept card.
And so when you roll the goal, this is again one of the D20 rolls. We look at a concept card, and then Jill's going to answer the question, what have you lost or what are you looking for as your character's goal?
Okay. So I got a wing. So I got 18, so that's the wing. So I think, so this obviously speaks of freedom, but it could also be kind of like since it's like a feathery wing or something, I'm thinking maybe like I was gonna say enlightenment, like you're being, and I mean I think I already settled on that I want to be kind of an exchange student. Maybe I'm trying to figure out ways to, maybe I'm trying to learn space travel for my people, because we have not developed, like the empathins are the only of the 3 species that don't have independent space travel. So maybe that's something, like I'm looking for more information on how to be more travel.
Yeah.
And the Torfins would be the ones to go to for that, because they're the masters of space travel and
but also, lucky for you, if we are making our way to the Noggins planet, then that technology approach to it might be better for you, because
it's true.
We just like biologically evolved to be able to fly.
Right.
Anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's what I'm here to learn.
Right. And maybe that's not the case. I don't know how we learned how to fly in space.
Well, then maybe I'm in the wrong, I'm asking the wrong person.
Well, I mean, I'm showing you the university. I didn't go here.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh. You're the like the tour. Yeah. You're the PR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just know of this place.
Yeah.
Smart people go here.
Perfect.
All right. So now I'll check out what my goal is. I rolled a 10.
Okay. Interesting. You got the map.
Ooh, I got the map. So, I'm going to say that I don't have a physical map, but a friend of mine says that there is somewhere on the Noggins planet this really cool artifact. Just, it's not in one of the domes or whatever, and we think that maybe they don't like know that it's still there, but it's like an artifact from before the planet was destroyed, and I want it.
Okay, that's exciting.
And now I've heard sort of, passed along directions on how to get to it, but they're, who knows how accurate that is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just writing it down.
So I feel like the beginning of our adventure is maybe that inciting incident of us learning that the Noggins have...
They're trying to...
Yeah.
So we're on... What?
Tarosia.
Tarosia.
Yeah.
We know that they've developed this technology. So I have a question that I would like us to figure out the answer to. And that is the technology here right now, like active on the planet? Or is it like,
that isn't
on Noggins?
Excellent question.
Right?
So this is our fate chart situation or skill or...
We don't have a name for the chart.
No.
It's just when you have a question, you ask a yes/no question, and you roll a d6. It's not the success chart. It'd be like above the success chart.
Yeah, I've scrolled to it. It's just lagging for you.
Oh, okay. I know. Yeah, it's hard to see.
It is.
Anyway, cool.
Moving the action forward. Okay, yes. So the question is the technology here?
Mm-hmm.
1. Extreme no.
Extreme no. So here's what I think that means.
Okay.
You can tell me if you agree. I think that means it's still being developed on noggins.
Okay.
So not only is it like not here yet, but it's like not even like really ready to go.
Right.
But maybe we need to go like sabotage the construction of something.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've caught wind. So we're going around the university and then we catch wind of this development. And this obviously scares us because not only is that a danger to the to Taroshia and all the Torfins, but it changes that balance of that three-way sort of alliance that we've had going on for the past 100 years since the Noggin City was taken. So
right.
But no, yeah, it's like taking the tipping that balance that we've worked so hard
we
to
just think
uphold.
that this particular piece of technology would provide too much of a shift in balance, and so we need to work together to stop them from creating this piece of technology.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to ask if you would like to take me with you in your mouth to travel, because I am not a spacefaring creature myself, or if we need to take
can
a
I
whale.
fit you into my mouth?
My gem would.
Or do we need to take? I think we probably need to take a whale.
Okay,
like I can fly. I can fly into space, but they can fly much faster, and so
and this is an
like
urgent
generally
matter.
when we're like traveling from planet to planet, this would be like going with me in my mouth would be the equivalent of like hiking the Appalachian Trail just for fun.
So we
It'd be
would
like
do that sometimes, but only if we're going for like a beach weekend or something.
Yeah, it would be like, 3 months of a backpacking trip or whatever. But the whale can get us there in
No time.
Maybe a day or two or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
So,
but I mean, that's something that's, not only do I have a couple friends who are transport whales,
right,
but it's something that's set up. So like you could call a whale and like charter a
whale
flight.
to
to
NGN
to
okay
to NGN. That's right, there we're going.
Yeah, we're heading to NGN.
All right.
Okay, so I'll scroll up to the art of the whale transport.
I think it would be interesting to see if something happens on the way or if we just make it.
Yeah, like, so we'll have like a journey for a while.
Yeah, like a journey question, like does anything interrupt our trip?
Okay, do you want to roll?
Is that a good yes no question? Sure,
it is.
1
extreme no. Not only do we make good time, but so what? Okay, not only do we make good time, but maybe the Noggins don't even know that we arrived.
We've like landed on a part of the planet that we know is like a little bit of a blind spot in their surveillance system or whatever.
Perfect.
Okay.
I like that. Okay. So I also like that I drew this little image of the Torfin like knocking into the noggin, because it's kind of really accurate to what could happen on today's stream.
True.
Could happen.
You foresaw this in a strange vision, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay, so we're heading to NGN. So I'm going to put NGN on the screen. Oh, and our little in-transit card, too.
Sure. Well, I think we're there now, right?
Yeah. It's just that they're on the same page, so I'm showing both.
It's a good visual. Good visual.
Yep.
All right.
So here we are at NGN. It's hot. It's dry. It's not bothering you because you're able to be in every area. Yeah. But I think I've got like my plastic bag and then like a seaweed wrap around me. And you're like, no, it looks fine. It looks fine.
You're like, you look great.
Yeah,
you look great.
And I'm just like, I keep Yeah, you keep having to like spritz me to keep me moist so that it's not like drying out my plastic bag and hindering me.
Okay.
I'm putting a lot of trust in you for this.
We have like the plastic bag is like on a. Can you move around on your own in the plastic bag?
I think so. I think so. For the ease of But if my plastic bag got pierced or something, I'd take environmental damage.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I assume that we know how to get to the place where they're building this technology, but that it's not where we were dropped off because they would be monitoring that spot, right?
Right.
So what should we do next? I feel like we have to ask another question.
Right. So
like, do we just can we easily find the
so I feel like your map goal do you think that would have anything to do with you knowing a bit more about the planet or anything, or are we kind of coming in like blind? Like, I know you don't have an actual map, but like you've heard about the planet and things like that.
We're not totally blind, but my map isn't even to this.
Yeah, it's to the like
right.
An artifact.
It's to some relic in the middle of nowhere.
Do you think that would be helpful for us to try and find the relic? Do you think the relic would help us in this task? Like, should we try and get that first?
I don't know what the relic is.
Mm-hmm.
I was imagining it as just some like shiny trinket, like an old, like a piece of equipment from before the planet was, like from before, like pre-apocalyptic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So I don't think it would be helpful.
Okay. Unless it was helpful for some kind of negotiate. Oh, but they're not very sentimental.
Well, they might be able to
use it in some way,
like repurpose some of the materials.
Yeah.
Do you want to try? And
maybe we should try and get it. Because you and I are too. Oh no, never mind. But the Noggins would be more open to negotiation than like the Torafins would be. So this might be our chance.
We can try and negotiate with them first. And one of the things that we can say is like, look, just FYI, we found this old relic of yours. Here, there's some resources that you can use here, and let's like negotiate a bit. You guys need some resources. You don't need to scrape our entire planet. We can come up with some kind of deal about, like you can give a proper transportation device to my friend so she doesn't have to walk around in this Ziploc baggie, and we get some resources in return.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so we begin our trek across this barren wasteland desert, trying not to be discovered by the Noggins, because we don't really want them to know we're here, because we don't know what they'll think.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. Yeah. And we're looking for the artifact.
Yes.
So
I have some vague directions, but the question is, are the directions accurate?
So do we want to do anything like, since you have the directions, do you think that would give you a +1 to this question roll? Like, do you think it would alter the result at all?
Well, I get what you're saying. That's not part of our rules, but we could add it.
Because why not?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it, but just
FYI to people watching
for people watching, or for you and I, if we're thinking about like making some small modifications to the rules, adding something like that into this kind of thing, because Mythic GM does have that, right? Like, your chances of getting a yes or no can be modified by the likelihood of one or the other answer.
Yeah, like the narration has a say in the development of the story, which makes sense to me.
But we intentionally simplified that out of this rule system. But just adding or subtracting from the final result based on if you think it's likely or unlikely is also pretty simple, and I don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
So we should say, basically, do we find the relic? Yes or no? And we'll add +1 to the result, because 6 is yes, right?
Yeah. Yep. I think that makes sense.
Okay. Shall I roll?
Yes.
Oh, I got a 5, which makes it a 6. So that's an extreme yes.
So,
sweet.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So not only do we find it, which would be the result of a yes, but since it's an extreme yes, that means something else even better happens, or in addition to the yes, we find it, something.
Do you know what I think?
What?
I think that this device is like a mine, and it's still like there's resources in the ground here that could be mined.
Ooh, I like that.
So not only, like, what we can do is tell them, like, hey, listen, I know a place on your planet where there's some resources still, and that can be part of our negotiation. Like,
I love that.
We'll tell you where it is if you agree to destroy all this.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I think this was a fruitful voyage. Could I have another spritz on my kelp wrap, please?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Maybe I'm just spitting on you.
Yeah. Can I soak in your mouth for a little while we go back across the desert? Okay. So now we need a plan for... Okay, so and I think we probably would have like picked up like maybe an example, like the artifact part. Maybe you like have some of it to show.
You know what you can do? You can insert the image into their mind of what you saw.
That is smart. I'll use my heart skill in that moment as the negotiation when that
to portray what we saw there.
I love that. That's brilliant. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about getting used to these characters, right? Is like really thinking about what they could or would do, or how they would act differently than we would, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
let's head back, but we need a game plan.
I think we should try and figure out like the right person to talk to, right? Like it can't just be one of the construction workers on the tech thing. Like it needs to be somebody with decision-making power.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to find the main noggin.
Or at least like the project manager of this piece of technology.
Or like junior main noggin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, somebody at least who can introduce us to the person who.
Okay.
So should we go to the site where they're creating the technology, or should we try and find like the main dome where some influential noggins might live? Or
that's a good question. I feel like we need to throw our pitch to someone really, really high up, because I feel like anyone that's actually building or anything to do with the actual building won't have any decision making on the creation of it or not creation of it. So maybe the main city, because I feel like their council or however they're making their decisions would be in their main city.
Yeah.
Okay. So we get to a dome. We haven't discussed how getting in and out of the domes work, because the only time we saw us leaving any kind of a dome was when our spaceship got shattered. Right. Do you think it's like sphincters, like
yeah, probably
like double sphinx, so that it's like the harmful sand and everything doesn't come in?
Yeah. Like vacuum and then decontamination and
yeah, my kelp wrap gets like blown off. No.
yeah.
Okay. And do you think that we would just be like admitted into this city?
I do.
Okay. Because it's like
because there's not like all out war.
Right.
Between any of these species, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's tension sometimes and there's a push and pull and a shifting of alliances, but there's not an all-out war.
Right.
Right?
Perfect.
Because if somebody were to, like, if they were to say, like, no Taurifans or Empathans can come onto our planet, well, then those two factions or species would automatically pair up and take them out, right? Like, anytime that one species gets too uppity, the other two are there to push them down, right? Yeah, so nobody, there's never like all out war.
Right. That's the sequel game that we'll do next game. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, all out war.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use my heart skill to kind of like try and see if I can see in other people's minds, like just skimming a little bit as we go to try and see if I can figure out where we need to be.
Uh-huh.
So do you think that would be my time to roll my heart skill? Sure. And then, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling.
Yeah, and then like, so based on the number of, it's either we're not going to find it just like that, or we'll find it based on the number of successes. So you need to determine what your heart skill is.
Oh, I rolled a 6. I rolled a 6.
So do you have a 7 then? Mm-hmm. Because you get +1?
Yeah. Nice. Holy moly.
Very nice.
Holy moly.
Well done. Max
stat. I'm min-maxing here. I hope I get if I get... Okay, one thing we didn't discuss, and I just thought of it now, is if I roll a 1 on body and then I have a -1, I just can't do anything with that ever.
Unless there's some other bonus.
Right.
Like an environmental benefit, or you have some equipment.
Ooh,
right?
Ooh. Okay.
But it wouldn't be weird for an empathan to have 0 body. Right? Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to roll my 7 dice and see how many successes I get. So is this like it's not a contested one, but it's just the number of successes.
You need to get 1 success to find what you're looking for, and then if you get more, good things happen.
What's the threshold for success? It's 4, 5, and 6, right?
Yes.
I got 7. I got 2 4s, 1 5, and 4 6s.
So something truly miraculous happens.
Okay.
So we definitely find a person who can make decisions.
Yeah.
Like the one that we are. And it's like, I mean, so yeah, this is supposed to be pretty much not even possible.
Right.
What about if you're searching around and you're like touching people's minds and like hearing their thoughts and things. Yes. So what if we get some kind of like critical info?
Oh yeah. Like
that we've heard. And then we just know that we'll be able to like say that thing and give us like we'll get whatever we want.
Right. Okay. So do you think it's like some kind of code word, or do you think it's some kind of like a secret that we learn maybe? Okay, so I'm touching people's minds, and then maybe I even touch on the specific noggin that we find the one that we should be talking to. And while
maybe they're like, oh, go ahead.
Oh, just while I'm in there, that's when I'm like, oh.
Yes. Maybe they're having like a board meeting or something, and they're discussing, the tech. They're discussing the tech. Or whatever.
Oh my god, no, you're so smart. Because if they're discussing the tech, I learn the difficulty or like what's making it hard for them with the tech. So if they don't listen, we'll know how to destroy it if we have to.
Okay.
So it's like I've just downloaded their like tech blueprint, basically.
You got that like map of the Death Star, and you know how like exactly where we need to go with our fighter.
Exactly. So we have a backup plan. The truly miraculous thing is that if this negotiation does not work, we have a backup plan.
Yeah. There's this hole that just goes right into the most sensitive part of the ship.
And it's like Torfin size.
Yeah, it's perfect.
This Torfin size hole
and
that's
like,
weak against body.
Once I jab into this like reactor, it's like 2 minutes that I have to escape before it explodes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, perfect. Okay, I love it. Okay. Nice. So that's the truly miraculous
now I just want to do that.
We have to try. We have to try to talk to them.
Can I roll my personality?
Yeah. That's a good. This is a really good time to roll personality.
Because
I explained to you.
Here's the thing. Yes, you explained to me, but then there's some meta here because the Torfins are the rock to the Noggin's scissors.
Right.
I'm strong in body. They are. Oh no! Wait, they're weak in heart.
Right.
But the Torfins are like aggressive.
They are aggressive.
And when I hear that like there's a really super easy way to destroy it, and I'm like, so I could have my shiny trinket and destroy the tech. We don't have to do any tacky tech. I'm gonna just see if you're able, like, what my personality is like to see like how we might need to do like a contested check between us.
Oh yeah.
If I don't just like if I'm not like feeling like it, then we might have to do a contested check to see if you convince me or if I convince you.
Okay.
But I'll do my personality first.
Right.
I got a 1.
Okay. So
which is mountain, I think.
Yeah, mountain or mountains. Yeah.
All right. So I think that means that for my personality, I'm a high achiever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I like to reach for my goals.
That makes sense. Should I roll my personality now too to see how I would react to the proposition of just wrecking stuff?
Yeah.
Because I might be like, actually, that might be
why not
easier.
Like
because
we don't need. They're kind of like
So let's see. I got a 9. Oh, I got the dice. The D6s. So
are you like kind of chaotic?
Yeah, I think that might mean I take chances and I instead of because I think empathins are more often, you like generally speaking, they might be a bit more just trying to use their empathy and their feelings to do stuff. But I think with dice, I think that means that I'm just kind of like a bit roll with the punches, see what happens, take some chances, like why the heck not, kind of an empathin.
Does that mean that we're just gonna go destroy this thing?
I think it does. I think it does. That's quite the turn that I was not expecting.
Yeah. Same.
But yeah,
so
I got the blueprints.
Oh my god, I just found this out, and I'm like, let's do it.
And if I had eyebrows, they'd be going like,
Yeah, your wisps are like.
Yeah, my wisps are like waving above my kelp bag. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say personality traits. I got dice, and I'm.
So we like walk into this city. We're like do, and then we just do this awkward U-turn and just like walk right back out.
Yeah. Thank goodness I don't have a face, because my face would have been like boing, like successful discovery. Okay. All right. So
see what I think. I think we should ask.
What?
We should ask if anybody noticed us.
Oh yeah.
Just like come in and then leave.
Right. Does anyone find us suspicious? What do you think? Okay.
Yeah.
I like that question. Good idea.
Okay.
Do
you want me to roll or do you want to roll? D6.
Okay.
I'll roll.
Okay.
3. which is no.
No. Okay. So,
right?
yep. So it's just a no. It's like, okay, no one noticed. They're too busy, and it's probably exciting. Like they've got
It's
this
a
new
bustling
tech.
city.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's like New York or whatever. It's the New York of NGN.
Right. Exactly. Everything's really fast. We're kind of like, wow, okay, let's sneak out here. Excuse me. So we are trying to sneak now, like to get like we're heading to this place, and we're trying to do like sneaky stuff. Would that be body?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say. Now, I would argue that you could use your heart for this because you can sort of like sense the beings that are around us and like kind of hear what they're thinking and maybe like know where they're looking, so you can.
I like.
You know what I mean? You could roll, I think, heart as your stealth roll.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
don't think I could.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I can use that to deflect their attentions elsewhere, which could give you a bit of an edge as well. Like if I'm
maybe when I roll, I'll get a +1 because you're helping, kind of thing.
Right. If I succeed.
Yeah. So why don't you roll first then?
I'll roll first. So this is me.
So let's just say that we're approaching like the facility.
Right.
And we're trying to be quiet. Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled all 7. I got...
Oh my god, I thought you were saying that you got 7 hits again.
No. Sorry. Okay, I got 4 successes.
Okay, so 4 successes is pretty good. Let's go back to our little table.
Okay, so I accomplish my task as intended.
As intended.
Perfect.
So... Cool. So I will roll my body then, and I'm going to add a die because you succeeded.
Yes.
First, I need to figure out what my body is.
Right.
So these rolls are nerve-wracking because it's like one of your 3 stats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got 3, and I get a +1 to body as a Torfin, so my body stat is 4, which is
good.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
And so then I'll roll... my dice pool, which is 4 + 1 from your bonus. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes as well.
That's awesome. Okay, so we do it. We've snuck in,
infiltrated the facility.
And there's like noggins, and like noggins are interesting because they have eyes like all over their head, and they can go on stalks and look around. So what I think I'm doing with that psychic thing is that I'm not only am I kind of just glancing and checking to see what they're each kind of feeling and seeing and stuff, but I'm kind of maybe making like minor illusions like towards their work, just like little things like maybe a spark, so then they have to like pull all their eyes and attention in those areas and things like that to get us sneaking through. So they're so we're sneaking, and they don't notice this like woo sound of like hummingbird wings going through. Okay,
I've got my silencers on.
Yeah,
my wing silencer.
I'm picturing, I don't know why, I'm picturing like your wings having like like feathered sleeves. Like normally you wouldn't literally have feathers, but it's like this soft like thing
to create the
softness.
Softening of the sound. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I was just picturing it, and it's really cute. It reminds me of like having winter clothes or something, like these big gloves on, but they're like
like on my little flipper wings. Yeah.
Okay.
Cute.
So we've made it. We've infiltrated successfully.
Yeah. So I think we are... I mean, we can do another roll to see if we get to the place successfully, but we could just say that stealth roll gets us to, like, the command center where we need to destroy it.
Right.
So, here's my question then.
Right.
Are there noggins in this space?
I feel like there would have to be.
Well, maybe it's like Sunday and they're not working. Or... So, I mean, that I think it's a question we need to ask. We can do the modifying thing again. If you think that it's like quite certain, then we would add
like a +1
to the roll.
A +2. Okay.
So if we add 2 to the roll,
Yeah, let's scroll.
then 2 or higher will hit.
Okay.
So do we want to just add +1 or +2? Like a 1 would still be no.
I think a +2 is okay. That was, because then there's
you're
still
thinking
a chance.
It's like,
I think that there'd be at least one noggin, they know this is their weak spot, and they're trying to fill it in, and that meeting was about the weak spot, so I think they're like, how do we solve this?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to roll the d6 for this one?
Okay.
So we just basically we need a 1 for there to be no one here.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
Okay. Does that mean that there's 4 of them?
That means there's it's an extreme yes. So that couldn't.
4 is right, because
we added +2. So there's more than one. I feel like a yes would mean there's one, but an extreme yes, there's definitely more than one. And remember, you kind of mentioned, I don't know if we added it to the rule pool, but you had mentioned, and it might have been in passing, but if there's more than one, that means there's 3.
Yeah. We didn't put it in the rules. But I think it's a good heuristic.
Right. Okay.
Although, based on how our combat went with us against 6, this might be very easy, but that's okay. Let's see what happens.
Yep. We're only the second time we've ever played, so.
Yeah, we're still, there's actually, I would say, really very little balancing has been done.
Mm-hmm.
So by the way, anybody can play this game. There's a Google Doc that we have a shareable link for. Yeah. And we would love any feedback if you have any about it. But, okay, so I wrote 3 little spots of 3 HP for our 3 enemies.
Perfect.
I think we are.
So one thing we put in for any NPCs is just that their base stats are always going to be 3, and then they'll get a plus, and then their special stats come into play. So Noggins, for example, would have a +1 to head and a -1 to heart.
Right. So head is 4, heart is 2, and body is 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So I think because it was an extreme yes, they were sort of prepared and get to go first.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. So the way that we do initiative is if you can come to a logical decision, that's what you should do. If you can't, you can do rock, paper, scissors. But I didn't really like that because it's meant it's just in person. It would be easy to do rock, paper, scissors, but it was a little weird doing rock, paper, scissors on a video call.
Yeah, I closed my eyes and that seemed to work okay. On my end anyway. Okay.
All right, so they will be attacking us, I think, with their head.
Yeah.
Their knowledge, their technology. Yeah.
And do they target No.
They're going to target me because I have the -1 in head, so they are targeting me, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, do you want to roll for them?
Okay, sure. Okay, so they have
4d6.
4d6. That is that's 3 successes.
All right. So we don't know what my head is yet, so I'm going to roll that right now.
Get a 6.
So I'm rolling, and then I have to subtract 1 from whatever I get.
Roll a 6 at least.
I got a 5.
That's good.
So I got 4 in my head score, so that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. And now I'm not going to roll for equipment because I don't think that I have equipment that modifies my defense. No, maybe I do. Okay, let's roll for my equipment.
Okay.
So I think I roll a d20, right? And we do just a concept part. and that's how I determine what my... Ooh, I got a 2.
Oh, okay. That's a cage.
Okay. So... Cage. I think that I have a... like, apparatus that's sort of like a Faraday cage type situation that protects against some of the more common like technological attacks that we've seen the noggins using.
Okay.
So what I think this means is it gives me a plus to my head when I'm defending with it.
Okay. I like that.
I'm just going to call it Faraday cage.
Okay.
And so +1 to head defense. Boink. Okay, so I'm going to roll 5 dice. And how many successes did you say they had?
3.
Okay, and then each of them is going to have to roll. But this defense will be for all of them.
Okay.
Okay, I only got 1 success.
No!
So I take 1 damage from that first one. You can roll an attack with the other 2.
Okay. So when you said a +1, is it you roll a +1 die, or do you get a like +1 success? It was +1 die.
+1 die.
Okay.
Yeah.
No successes. I got all 2s.
Okay, so that one does not hit me.
No successes. 2 3s and 2 2s.
What?
2 3s and 2 2s.
Okay. All right. So I did take a little bit of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's our turn.
Okay. So, okay. I'm going to try to make them fall asleep. Or at least I'm going to try and make... I feel like that's too powerful. I'm going to make one of them fall asleep.
What? Yeah, you can target one.
Yeah, I'll target one and try and, like, just be like, sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be rolling my heart attack.
Yeah.
And that is 4 successes.
Okay, they only get 2 dice, so you succeed.
Okay, so one of the noggins
I'm gonna
is
write
asleep.
I'm gonna write sleep beside one of them.
Okay.
Okay. I am just gonna headbutt one of them.
Okay. Oh, I should scroll up to that action shot.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, ah! Fluttering wings, flying right into it. So I'm rolling 4 dice. Okay. 3. I got 2 successes. Do you want to roll their body defense? It's 3 dice.
3. They got 2 successes.
Okay.
Or
so
the
it
first
does
one
not
got 2
hit.
success. Okay.
Right. You have to roll for... It's just one.
It's just one attack, yeah.
Because we're thinking about attacking everybody because in our last session we had this little bubble that we were in that had knives all over it, and so we said that it could hit everything that was near us. It's not normally supposed to be the case, though.
Right.
Cool. So back to them then. One of them is asleep.
Having a great dream.
What do you think the other 2 do? Now, I think we should take a little pause here and just read the little sections on the noggins about how they are as... Yeah. So the noggins are obsessed with advancing their technologies further and further. While their technological innovations have resolved the majority of the resource needs they have due to their now barren planet, they do tend to seek out resources elsewhere in the galaxy. Sometimes they have been accused of stealing resources from the other planets. When provoked, their attack of choice is head. However, they will try to think their way out of a confrontation whenever they can. They will choose to attack a Torfin enemy over an empathans, since the Torfins are weak to their head attacks. They also tend to have some technology that can be useful for whatever the task at hand is. They are themselves weak in heart, so they try to avoid confrontations with the empathans at all costs. So, something I think we should consider. Yeah, something I think we should consider is that an empathan just put one of them to sleep, which maybe is frightening to them. And so, yeah, do they run, or do they say, like, do they try and, like, convince us to leave, or something like that?
Is this a move the action forward question?
It could be.
Yeah, so maybe the question is, do they run?
Sure.
Or do they try and escape?
Okay.
Shall I?
Go ahead.
Okay. I got a 3.
So no.
Oh. We're going to squish them, aren't we?
Yeah. All right. So they decide not to. They're going to, I mean, and it kind of does make sense because, like, this is a piece of technology that they're trying to protect, and that is very important to them. So even where, like, in some normal situations, they might try not to engage in combat, they feel like they kind of have to here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess they're going to do head attacks against me again.
Okay. I'm scared. What? So I roll...
They have 4.
4.
I'm defending with 5 dice. It's just that I rolled really badly last time.
1 success. I got 1, 1, 3, and 5. 1 success.
Let's see. For that first one. I got 2 successes this time. So that one doesn't hit me.
No successes. 3 2s and a 3.
Okay.
1 success. It was 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Wow. Okay.
I'm rolling really bad for them.
Yay! Good job. All right. Do you want to try and put another one to sleep?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah. I'm going to try and sleep another one, because maybe this will give you an opening. Like, if we can get 2 to sleep, I'm going to convey this to you telepathically just while stuff's happening. I'm thinking, if we can get 2 of them asleep, then maybe I'll take on the third one while you...
And I'll do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh. I got 4 1s, a 2, 2 successes. 2 successes out of
But 7. Their heart is only 2, so they will need to roll 2 successes to not fall asleep. Right?
Right.
1 success.
Okay.
A 4 and a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the second one.
So there's a second one that's asleep. Sleep. Okay. And I'm going to follow your suggestion and, like, attack the console thing that we're in this room for me to destroy with my body. Rolling 4 dice. Oh, I dropped. Okay, 3 successes. So I accomplished my task as intended.
Okay, perfect. So you've shattered this. Here's my other question. Do we want to... In our last session, our ship had, like, a 3 hit point thing. Do we want to make this a 3 HP, 3 health point thing? Does that thing have 3 health points?
It should.
Yeah.
It should. Yeah. Shouldn't it?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
So you've, like, crushed some of the buttons, and there's, like, a crack in the screen, and the noggin is like the, like, pointy feet up to the cheeks.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. So it's its turn.
But I'm, like, covering you, because that was part of the plan, is, like, me to be, like, covering your back.
I think we should ask again, does this one run away?
Oh, I think that's a good question. Like, to get reinforcements. It should.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll for that. 2. No, it is very determined. So I think it would still attack me, though, Jill, because not only am I its favorite enemy, but I'm destroying the technology.
And I'm weak in body, so, like, me trying to stand in its way is, like...
It just kind of pushes you. It's like one of those, like, dangly curtains. It's like... it just runs through.
It gets out its equipment. It pulls out like a little fan, and it's like,
yeah,
and I'm like, oh,
no.
Okay.
All right. So, do you want to do a head attack?
And that's 4, right?
Yeah.
So I'm picturing it like doing knife kicks at you with its technology.
And so, like, they might strike me, but part of the damage that comes from these knife kicks is like a zap. And my little cage thing is like protecting against that, maybe, but maybe not.
I got 1 success. 6, 1, 1, and 2.
Hey. I got 2 5s, a 6, a 3, and a 2, so 3 successes.
Perfect. So
it's
like
damage.
zap, zap. It's like, ow.
Yeah. Owie. Do you want to try and put it to sleep?
Yeah, might as well.
Or attack it? I don't know.
I feel like might as well sleep it. You know,
sure.
I'm getting confident that I can just be like.
Well, yeah.
I'm getting.
It's
confident.
not hard,
right? We say that. No, oh no. Okay. Oh yeah. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes this time. So it is.
They can't. They only have 2
it's
dice.
Asleep.
So.
It's asleep.
All right. Third one is sleep.
So how many rounds has the first one been asleep?
3.
I wonder if that should be another thing. Like maybe that one wakes up because it's been like, I mean, it's not a rule, but we're just narrating things.
It's
I
a
feel
question,
like
right?
that one might.
Does
wake
the first
up.
one? Does the first one wake up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to roll?
Okay. I rolled a 1. Nope.
So that's extreme no. So
what if
it's
it dies?
It probably does. It's like in a coma. It's like in a coma.
Oh,
You're like, ooh, that was too far. And you didn't do it that strongly for the other 2. You're like, okay, maybe a little less.
Oh no. Oh shoot. That turned out worse than I thought. I think helium feels bad. Helium is kind of like,
you're like, that's not what I meant to do.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So I think I'm going to attack the thing again.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that. My body is 4. I got 2 successes. So that is interesting because 2 successes means that it works, but there's a complication. So we're 2 out of 3 damage on this thing, but there's some kind of complication. So I feel like maybe at this point, an alarm.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, for sure. So it's like, we're like,
get out of here.
And I'm like, smash it quick. But we got to see if another one wakes up on its turn.
Well, it's your turn right now. Oh. What did you do this turn?
I slept one. I slept one, and we checked to see if it woke up, and then
if the first one went. Okay.
Then,
so should we check and see on their turn if the second one wakes up?
Yeah. Because I slept one, and then we kind of just checked if one was awake or not, and then so I think it's their turn technically now.
Oh, okay.
Because like my turn.
So do you want to roll?
One. Yeah. 2.
That's a no. But it's not an extreme no.
Okay. So, this one's alive, but having a nice dream.
Yeah.
Okay. So an alarm's going off.
Do you want me to just smash the last smash?
Yeah, you smash that. I'm going to see if I have any equipment that could help, or like what my equipment is in case I have something that'll help us get out of here.
Okay, I have 1 success, so another complication is going to arise.
Okay. I rolled a 5 for my equipment, so I think it's book. And I think that just means I might have knowledge of a way. Well, I'm going to get I think it's just knowledge that I gathered. I don't think it's a physical equipment. I think I just have like knowledge of a quick way to safety to a whale path.
Do you know how to get out of here other than the way we just came? Because what just happened is the door that we came in through closed.
Yeah, I have.
And locked us into this room.
I have a knowledge of like the vent system, like the oxygen exchange system that should get us out fine.
Okay.
That's what
And it's like a big facility, so I can just like fly around in there, we can like go together.
Yes, you can like
okay
mouth me, and I'll like
okay.
put the map in your mind. So we've broken it for keeps.
Yeah.
You can give me a scoop, and I'll be like directing us to a safe exit.
Okay, cool. Do we need to ask another question about if we get out safely?
I do want to ask if the remaining 2 noggins are okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Should I roll 1 for each or just 1 for both?
Well, we checked 2 of them already.
Oh yeah, that's true. So it's just the last one.
Yeah.
A 2. Still asleep, but not dead. Or a coma.
Okay.
Like they're just sleeping. Okay.
Yeah.
Only guilt for 1. Okay, that's good. All right, so now you're going to roll for us to successfully...
Yeah, like, does anything get in our way of getting out, right?
Right.
6. Which is an extreme yes.
Shit.
They got us.
Should this be like, remember how we were toying with the idea of having like a boss NPC who had 4/4/4 stats and then a +1 and a -1, and so do you think like the boss noggins comes out, the boss
got
noggin,
us
and nets us?
Yeah.
And we're like grounded.
Yeah.
And then like the boss music, they turn off the alarm to play the boss music.
Sure.
So should we try, do you want to try to fight the boss and see what it's like with those stats? Okay.
Yeah. So the boss is going to have a body of 4, a heart of 3, and a head of 5.
Eek.
All right. And I think that they get to go first as well.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because we didn't even know this was happening.
Yeah. So they're going to use their head. So that's 5d6.
Oh my god. Do you want me to roll it?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they attack? Do they have like an AoE attack that like hits both of us?
I don't think so.
Or okay,
do they?
Here's what I think the attack was for this one time. I think when they netted us, that was their equipment, and they smashed us on the ground, and that was trying to hurt both of us.
Okay.
Just for this one.
Okay.
Okay, I need to roll these 2 again because... Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. I take it back. I thought that one of them wasn't my... Anyway, it's fine. 2 successes out of 5.
Okay. So you roll your...
I need to learn what my head is.
My head is 4, but I get +1 on defense with head.
My head is 2.
I rolled 2 successes, so that's enough to not take damage, right? You said 2?
No, I only have 2 as my head stat. I just rolled it.
No. You said they made 2 successes?
Yes, they have 2 successes. And I have 2 as my dice pool.
Do you have any... Did you check... You already checked your equipment.
Yeah, I did. I just rolled 2 6s, so I don't take damage.
Sweet. Okay. So then is it our turn to attack them?
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to go with my body. So that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going to roll 4 as their defense against my 4. So it's not great. I rolled 4 successes, though.
That's good, because I rolled 3 successes.
Woof. Okay. So
close.
we're going to take 1 damage for the boss man.
Okay.
Person. You can go.
I'm going to try to hurt them with my... I think I'm scared because I wasn't expecting to be like physically attacked. So I'm going to like react with an actual attack, like a mind attack. With my heart skill.
Yep.
3 successes.
So he's going to roll 3.
Triple 1s.
Ooh, it's 2 successes.
Haha.
But that's less than your 3, right?
Yeah.
Boink, boink, boink. All right. Cool. So now they get to go again.
Mm-hmm.
I think they will strike out at me probably, since they have to target one of us now.
Okay. Yeah, because we did specify that they would prefer.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a 4. No, is it 5?
Their head is 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm rolling 5 dice. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2.
No success?
4 2s and a 1.
I rolled 5 successes.
I feel like I'm rolling so bad for the enemies, and I feel guilty, even though A, it's a game, B, they're not real.
Nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing I could do about it. Anyway. What a sin.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Well, it's us again. Do you want to try the last hit?
Okay. I'm gonna, might as well. I'll be like.
I step back and like.
I'm gonna be like,
because I find it interesting that you're actually attacking.
my gem starts like glowing red, and it like melts the my plastic baggie off, and like the plastic drips down to the ground, and I get 2 successes.
Okay, so they roll 3 for their heart.
Okay,
so. Oh, a 1 and 2 twos, no successes. Sweet.
Okay, so yeah, I blast out like this psychic, this like heartic. I'm just a gem. It's like a heart. It's like an emotional onslaught, and the
your
noggin,
mother never loved you,
and they take it so personally. That they're feeling very self-conscious. It's awful for them.
They have to like
and they scurry away. I don't think it would kill them because we decided, I think, that like losing all your health points isn't like you're dead. It's just that you're like,
incapacitated.
Yeah. So I think they're like, ooh.
Yeah. And because it doesn't necessarily make sense to die from an attack when it's not a physical attack.
Like I'm not trying to melt their brain, which I could totally do.
Yeah,
totally. But so they scurry away to probe their wounds or whatever happens, and I'm like, let's get out of here.
Yes.
Can you fly still?
Of course.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Put me in your mouth. I can't be outside. I melted my plastic. Thank you.
You don't need to actually talk because you're telepathic. It still sounds mumbled in my head, and I'm like, why?
Why do you? But that's why we're friends. Like in the game, it's like, oh, helium.
Yeah, you're so silly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Cool.
So I think we've successfully escaped. Yeah. And then we head for our whale transport, and it's like, get us out of here ASAP.
Yeah, let's go. Start the car.
Start the car.
Do you know that IKEA commercial?
I don't remember it.
She's like got a really good deal on something at IKEA, but her husband's waiting in the car for her. She thinks that they like rung it in wrong, so she's like, "Start the car! Yeah. Start the car!"
I do remember that. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Only I'm the item in the cart of your mouth.
Of my mouth.
Yeah, your mouth cart. Okay, so we've done it. We've successfully destroyed the weapon without worrying about any of that diplomacy stuff. Humbled the top noggins. Did a coma. I'm not gonna say did a murder because I don't think they're dead, but they're definitely like not.
They're gonna need to figure out how to get them back.
Yeah. Maybe that could be a way to rebuild a bridge, like like they need to reach out for some like medical assistance, and then like the empathins can we can kind of
be like, can you fix this person that you just broke?
Yeah, like, I'll be like, okay, sorry about that.
We didn't mean to break that. We did mean to destroy your evil technology. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're not going to apologize for it, but we will help you uncoma.
Right.
Which I think you could probably do with just like a head check. You could say that like as we were leaving.
Do you want me to?
You did like a.
I'll do a heart check.
Yeah.
See if I can undo some of the damage.
Revive them like once we're out of the room, we're in the vents.
Right. Okay. That sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 successes.
Well,
so I think
not only do you accomplish your task, but you get an additional benefit.
Oh, I'm gonna say that the additional benefit to this one is that in that moment when I'm reviving this noggin, we accidentally or maybe intentionally exchanged some information about each other, and now I have a pen pal.
Aww.
So
they understand what we were trying to do now,
yeah,
and they realize that like this technology wasn't the way to go about getting the resources that they needed.
Yeah, and maybe they're like an advocate for us, and like kind of under like they could be like they move up in the in their society as a negotiator for the, you know what I mean? Like they kind of get into like a public relations role, and it's like really nice for them.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's a happy ending. I like that.
It is a happy ending. Cool. That
was
really fun, Jill.
Yeah, I like our game. I like our game
too.
It's cute. It's a lot of imagination, and I love that you can come into it without any pre-planning at all, and it's so simple to just dive in and have a fun little story.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of room for this to grow as well. Like, this is a nice little sort of like one-shot version of it. But, you know, we could keep going with these characters and sort of figure out, you know, what they do next. And so instead of using the step-by-step start guide there, we'd be like, all right, well, now what are we doing? And, you know, maybe we answer another question, or maybe we just decide what we're going to do next.
Yeah.
You know, like you can use this however you want to, really.
It's true.
So I would like to grow it at, you know, slowly and sort of have sort of different modes of play and just have a few like guiding words about how to go about doing that.
I would love to have an exploration like mode. Like if they land on a planet that isn't one of those 3, like how do you like how would we build that, or what would that look like? Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, one thing that I really enjoyed about this session was that we explored a little bit of NGN, and you discovered that mine that they never even learned of.
Yeah.
Maybe that comes in that moment when I share the knowledge with that person, waking them up or like something.
BT dubs.
Yeah.
There's things over here. You've got these resources. Make use of them.
Yeah. I like it. Well, thanks everybody for watching. It was a quick stream, but I mean we're pretty pooped, but I think we had a blast with it still. Yeah. I had a lot of fun.
I did too.
Did you end up oops, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that this is like, you know, a 1 to 2 hour game. Like last time it took us 2, I think, and this took 1.5. So yeah. What were you I was gonna
ask you, did you end up filling in all 3 of your stats?
No, I didn't fill in heart.
Right. I didn't fill in body that time. I feel like, and I didn't fill in heart the first session that we did. Did you have all your 3 stats filled in the first session? Okay.
No.
It's interesting. Okay. I don't think it matters, but just curious.
Yeah. Actually, maybe I did. I have my character sheet. No, I did fill out all 3 in the first session. I did fill out all 3.
Okay. I think I would have been able to fill out all 3 if we had, like if I had been attacked, maybe. No, I did get attacked, but it was head.
Right.
Anyway.
You might not always
get all your
discover
stats.
everything.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed who was watching, and if you want, you can give us a follow or subscribe and like the video. And if you want to try our game, we're going to link it below and when we put this on YouTube.
Yep.
You can is there any way where they can find it right now, Kate? Maybe we should tweet it.
Well, we should tweet it. We posted it on our Discord in a link, and we also posted a little 5-minute video of us sort of summarizing the game, and it's in the description of that video. That's on YouTube right now.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube. College of Lore Roleplaying on YouTube.
Yeah. Speaking of YouTube, do we want to announce anything? Well, so like we have, it's no big deal, but we have 100 subscribers on YouTube now.
No big deal.
Whatever.
We're really excited.
We are, and it's like people love these round numbers, and so we always said that whenever we got 100 subscribers, we would do something for that. So I don't think I want to say what we're doing, but it's next Monday, right? Like a week from today, we're gonna do a 100 YouTube subscribers celebration. We're doing a fun little thing. So that'll be next week.
So look out for that. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
You guys are awesome. We love you.
Oh wait.